nobody knows. Theories on the socials, queen of the clicks, spinning reels like a DJ turning those tricks. He drives a train, we almost off the tracks. Orlando is ours, yeah, we taking it back. XL's the fire, G's house is the spark. We the voice of the city, we light up the dark. On your drive while you hustle, while you break and you grind. It's Orlando's #1, always on top. This is Johnny's house, feel that energy rise. The #1 morning show, lighting up the skies. Turn the volume up, put your hands to the beat. Orlando's life pulse right on your street.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. 602, Orlando's #1 hit music station is XL 1067. Wednesday morning, you are listening to Johnny's house. Going to be sunny, partly sunny, thunderstorms, likely 60% chance of rain once again today. High of 88, 73 now.
Now, the Johnny's House Entertainment News with Ray.
Just so y'all know, Hallmark's Christmas in July kicks off Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you want to get in on that, it returns with some of the fan favorites like Christmas at Sea. But yeah, so they're going to be premiering a new series as well called Upcoming Christmas. But there you go.
Well,
Christmas in July.
I'll tell you, if your house is hot and your AC ain't working, you turn on that because it's always snowing.
Oh, yeah. Our sister station, Brian, Magic
Yes.
1077, they're doing something for Christmas in July, right?
Oh, we're having a Christmas in July party, baby.
Woo!
Y'all wearing
Yay!
sweaters and stuff?
Oh, of course. We're taking holiday photos, the whole deal.
Very
Okay.
cool.
Yeah.
The Squid Games finale started and ended with like a bang, with the season 3 breaking records for Netflix.
I watched an episode yesterday.
Did you?
That's a lot of damn killing.
Oh, yeah.
It's killing.
I mean, what do you expect? So 60 million views in its first 3 days. So it's a huge number that
Yep.
earned a spot at the 9th most watched non-English TV show ever, which is pretty big. So congratulations to them. I mean, people are still diving into those deadly games. And
I'm not giving anything away, but one of them is like, all right, we split up teams.
yeah.
You got a knife? You don't have a knife.
Oh, God.
Kill somebody.
Jeez. And you just run after
And-
each other with knives?
Well, one's running, the other one has, and then it goes, if you don't kill somebody at the end of the game, we're going to kill you.
Jeez.
I know.
I don't watch it.
I'm watching. I'm sitting there going, this is a bit
Yeah,
rough.
I mean, the creators have got sick minds, obviously,
really
but
do.
it works. People
Yeah.
are watching it.
Yeah.
I am so excited for this, and I'm so excited that Jennifer Aniston is on board. You remember that book that Jeanette McCurdy from iCarly wrote? It's called I'm Glad My Mom's Dead.
Oh,
I remember
or
the
I'm
title.
Glad My Mom Died.
Yeah.
Well, there's going to be an Apple TV series based on that, and Jennifer Aniston has signed on to play the mom.
Mm.
Jeanette McCurdy's mother. So I'm like, this is a huge star,
Really?
obviously,
Uh-huh.
Jennifer Aniston. So the angle of the dramedy, it's going to be a series.
What was the story behind the title?
So, her mom has passed away,
Yeah.
obviously, and
Yeah.
she had a very abusive mother.
Okay.
Her mom was very abusive,
Okay.
and then it kind of like led to Jeanette McCurdy and like having this whole
Okay.
sobriety and like recovery, I
Gotcha,
guess,
gotcha.
after she passed away. So
Mhm.
the dramedy is gonna dramedy, yeah.
It's a
Basically,
dramedy?
It's a dramedy. Yeah. Well, I mean, it centers around a codependent relationship between an 18-year-old actress and a hit kids TV show.
Just
And
add some
then-
dark humor in there.
And then her
Abusive
narcissist.
mom?
Yeah.
Well, she was also like very Joe Jackson stage
Yes.
momish.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Gotcha,
So like
gotcha,
get
gotcha,
out there and
gotcha.
earn the family
Uh-huh.
money,
Gotcha.
like type thing.
Yes.
So it was like that.
Mhm.
So Jeanette McCurdy is actually going to be the co-showrunner and executive producer with Jennifer Aniston.
Oh, that's
Okay.
good for her because
Okay.
they didn't really bring her back for the iCarly reboot.
No.
No.
But I mean, like the fact that, like I said, Jennifer Aniston has signed on to that, I think it's going to be huge.
All right. Updating you on our last 24 hours. We like to do that, and we'll do it next on Johnny's House. 620 Johnny's house, sunny with the high of 88, 60% chance of a thunderstorm. It will happen today. It is 73 right now. I just read this real quick. They said red pill, blue pill. Red, you get to restart your life at 6. With all the knowledge you have now, blue, $10 million in cash. Brian, which one?
$10 million in cash.
Ray?
Yeah, $10 million.
Reese?
No.
Did you
6.
restart
Yeah,
at 6?
yeah.
Nah, give me that cash. I ain't trying to go back to that stuff again.
You know,
Because I still got the knowledge.
Yeah.
plus from 6 on, my life wasn't great.
No.
It
But
didn't
you have-
turn good until I got much
But
longer.
you got the knowledge.
Yeah.
You're going back.
Great. So I know my dad left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
No, I'm
And
going to
at
start all
6,
these.
I don't need that anxiety.
Yeah.
Right. I don't want to go through all that again. Just leave me have the 10 and ride out my golden years.
Yeah, give me the 10. Give me the 10. All right, yesterday, let's see, I did some client stuff here. Went home, took a nap, got up, started to cook. Then I had to pay bills. Goodness. My electric bill was $502.
Holy
Sheesh.
shiitake
I
mushrooms.
said, hey, buddy. That's what I call my son. Buddy, come here. Look at this.
Oh, my God.
Wow, Dad, that's a lot. Yeah, it is. It ain't me, son.
Right.
I ain't here.
Yeah, I might need to close some vents over in the West Wing.
I'm telling you. Goodness. I was like, wow. It ain't even the peak of the heat yet. Wow.
I know. Mine last month was 430.
4:30?
Yeah.
Yo,
Oh, goodness.
That's pretty bad.
I'm counting down to August 11th.
Yeah.
That's when school starts again.
Yeah.
Let's see. Watched 2 episodes of Squid Games, and I was disturbed. And then I went to bed. It was very disturbing.
Yeah.
Ray, how was yours?
It was good. I left here. I had to go do a hearing test for like my pre-op appointment
Yeah.
and do all that. And then I went home and went for a run in the mid-heat. And
Yeah.
I thought I was going to die, but I'm here.
Okay.
And then after that, I did get up to date on some of the diddler situation.
Yeah, they got that one holdout.
Yeah. And then after that, we did watch some Ultimatum, and that's pretty much it.
What is Ultimatum?
Ultimatum is like it's just like another dating show, but it's like the queer season right now. So it's a lot of lesbians.
Really? What network is that on?
It is Netflix. And
Netflix?
AJ, who actually used to work here in
Okay.
promotions, she's on it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
yeah.
cool.
So it's really funny to
Really?
see her
Oh,
on
I
there.
gotta check that out just to see her on there.
Yeah.
Okay. Big Rhyme.
A bunch of radio stuff to get ready for the holiday weekend. It always makes me have to do a bunch of work. But then I left here and went over to test out the line for our Monday morning broadcast.
That's right. Monday,
Yeah.
we're going to be broadcasting at Wally's Bar and Liquor.
First time we've announced it.
Oh,
1001 North Mills Avenue. It is National Dive Bar Day, and I would say that that's one of the best dive bars in the nation.
It's probably iconic, like in the country.
Yes.
One of
yes.
our record label friends, who is a dive bar connoisseur,
Yeah.
saw the email chain of us planning it, and
Yeah.
he's like, "Dude, I want to fly there so bad." So yeah, I tested the line at Wally's. We're gonna be there. They open at 7 a.m.
Yes, you can come and join us at 7 for the broadcast, and they're serving alcohol.
Yeah, serving alcohol, and they're working on putting together a little breakfast
Yeah.
pop up. And they told me yesterday they are going to bring in a case of the Yoho rum,
Yeah.
so
Nice.
listeners
Love
can
that.
If you wanna
swing
get
by
some.
and I mean, I'm not giving it to you, but you can order a drink with it
Yeah.
from Wally's starting Monday morning,
Man,
7 a.m.
7 a.m. Yep,
Nice.
the dive, the National Dive Bar Day. We had to be at the best one ever, so
Yeah.
we'd be at Wally's.
So they were super excited about that. So
Uh-huh.
did that. Then I went home and my wife got me this really cool bird feeder with a webcam, which I
Okay.
thought was like, yeah, okay, great. And
Man, don't ever joke me about my greenhouse.
then, dude, I put this thing together and we ordered a pole off Amazon to put in the backyard.
Uh-huh.
We put fruit on it, and now
Yeah.
I can open my phone right now and check and see if there's any
The
birds.
birds.
floating around. I get notifications when the birds roll up.
Yep,
It's like a 4K camera too. It's really awesome.
that is so cool.
It's
So,
so
yeah.
funny you posted that because I had a bird feeder delivered to my house yesterday.
Really?
And
By
I was like,
mistake?
what is this? And then Kim was like, oh, I ordered it by accident.
You
to
got
your
one
house.
too?
Yeah, yeah.
With
So
a webcam on it?
she's setting it up at her house.
That's
What
so
in the
cool.
world is
I know. I'm like
going
yesterday, and then you
on?
posted it. I'm like, you guys are the same people.
Wow, my
Dude, it's
goodness.
so awesome.
That is insane.
Yep.
Wow, the chances of that happening.
But it's really cool. So
Yeah.
if you see my Instagram and you see some random bird photos, you know.
Now you know.
You should start its own Instagram.
And my
Yeah.
wife said she did it because I'm always super high strung and stressed out. She's like, I want to give you
Yeah.
something that maybe could relax you. You can watch the birds eat.
Hey,
I'm like,
what you need
thank
to
you.
do is put a wireless mic on there.
Oh, you can talk to it.
Oh yeah, when it comes, get off that feeder.
Yeah. Yeah, you can talk to it. My wife was walking the dog yesterday and she walked by the bird feeder and I said, look at that ass.
Yeah. That's the way to use it.
That would bring me joy if they're sitting there. Now I'll let them eat for a little while. You had enough.
Save some for the next one.
Say something for the next bird.
Ah, get away.
Yeah. Or
Yeah, I was gonna say, watch out for the squirrels.
oh, I would say hours. of entertainment. Nerese, how was yours?
It was really good. Did some work around here yesterday, went home, did some more work, and then took a nap. And my God, I took a nap at like 3 p.m. I hate when I get so, because I was fighting it basically all day.
Yeah, after a
And then I
while,
was like,
I just give up. If it's after like 3:30, I'm done. I'm gonna fight through it.
And
Yeah.
then woke up from the nap and I was like, all right, got to get it in me. I went to the gym, went home, did some good dinner cooking, and then went to bed.
Okay. All right, listen, we come back. You know, the top story, I mean, and you know me, I'm old school. Lester Holt has retired, so I still watch the nightly news. First story, P. Diddy.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about jury duty, if you ever had to do it and what happened when you were sitting on it. We're going to get into that next on Johnny's House. Sabrina Carpenter, please, on Johnny's House on a Wednesday. 60% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Otherwise, it's going to be partly sunny. 88 is the high today. It is 63 right now. Top story everywhere is the P. Diddy trial. And hopefully they'll have some type of verdict today. If they don't have it today, then they're closing court until Monday.
Yeah.
So they're trying to get that done today. We all have our own prediction here. Brian and Ray thinks they're going to do some. I didn't hear yours, Norris. I think that man's going to be walking. I heard he's planning a 4th of July party on Friday. I think he's going to be hosting a 4th of July Diddy's back party.
He is on Cell Block 8.
What do you think, Norris?
I'm fingers crossed that I think that he's going to be where he belongs.
Yeah,
Yes,
I think that man's going to be out.
The more you guys talk about it, the more I'm just like really thoroughly understanding the whole concept of this. And I'm like, dude, if he walks, like
People have walked for crazier things.
That's true. They have. I just don't
Uh-huh.
think this is that case. I think the 4 that they already picked, decided are going to be guilty.
And then there's one that they can't decide on. And
That's the big one.
we want to talk to you if you've ever done jury duty. Now, I want to say hello to the young ladies that work the jury duty department down at the courthouse. Because last time I did jury duty, I didn't get selected. But then they say, hey, we know who you are. And I talked about the show for about 20 minutes. And they say, well, you've been released.
Oh, nice.
and they let me
because
go.
of that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, because I wasn't picked for a jury.
They didn't draw your number.
They didn't draw my number.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's a very boring room in there. They have old magazines and they play the same recording over and over again. And your only joy is that they call you a number that you can go in and go into a jury and they get selected, that type of thing.
Yeah.
But I just sat there. I think it was about 11. And they finally said, if you haven't been selected at this point,
Oh, okay.
and they say, hey, we know you and we talked to the show. Girl, you met that one time. I say, well, ladies, I love you all, but I'm going home. So I never really sat on a jury.
Yeah.
You sat on one before?
I Seminole County.
Mhm.
So I went in and they did call my number.
Mhm.
So I went back. And they do the questioning,
Yeah.
like both sides question to see if they want to, eliminate you or whatever.
Yeah.
And they did that. And I thought they were going to eliminate me because I worked here,
Uh-huh.
but they did not.
Yeah.
So they kept me. And so I was actually on the jury.
How long was the trial?
So, well, the trial was right before it started. So it took 2 days for the selection process, right? So then I came back on the 3rd day, and that's the day that we were going to start hearing the trial.
Yeah.
So we get there, we go to the jury room, we're sitting in the jury room. We just figured out who we are with each other.
Yeah.
And we were supposed to go in at 9 a.m. to the courtroom.
Okay.
But somebody came in and said, hey, there's a bit of a delay, so we'll be back in just a little bit.
Okay.
So about an hour and a half later, they came back in, and they came up with a plea deal to
So you never really.
to not have to go to trial.
Yeah.
So then they brought us in so we could hear everything.
Mhm.
So they explained what the trial was and what the plea deal was.
Yeah.
And we got to see that process and everything. And
That's
then they
Oh,
released us.
So
Yeah.
you never really got.
No, I never got to
Yeah.
go through this like picking a verdict or anything.
Mhm.
It was a case of a dude shooting into a trailer at his wife
Oh.
during a domestic. So it was attempted murder.
Oh,
Wow.
is what they were
Yeah,
calling
Yeah, you're gonna
it.
have to plead that out.
Yeah. So
Yo.
Ray, you ever been on one?
No, I've only made it to pass the jury selection, like where they question you.
Yeah.
And so I would love. I say this all the time. I would love to be a part of the jury.
same. It was just a little bit I did was
Oh,
awesome.
Me too. I sat there and every question that they asked, I was like so confident. I'm like, oh yeah,
Listen.
they're gonna pick me.
When they released me, I said yes.
No. As soon as we rode up the elevator to go upstairs for like the questions, I'm like, here we go. But yeah, and then they found out I was married at the time to law enforcement, and I
Yeah.
guess it had something to do
Yeah.
with law enforcement, and so they removed me. But hey, if you're listening, I'm not married to a law enforcement anymore. So if you
Bye,
wanna pick me-
lady.
But-
Bye.
It's random.
I know.
Yeah, really.
I wish they would just like pull my name.
It's been a while, so I might get it.
Same.
And Reach, you never have.
I've never.
Yeah.
You can even ask me like where the starting process begins.
Really?
Yeah.
Boy, you sit in that room in the morning and you just sit there. It's just boring.
I remember my
Bring your
mom.
laptop.
I loved it. I'm fascinated by the
Me.
process, so
Me
I was
too.
excited.
I'm
My
sitting
mom got chosen once, and they had to let her go because the language barrier.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, I'm sitting there going, please don't pick my name. I want to go home. And they give you like $2. They give you something real
Yeah,
small.
yeah.
It's not very much.
It's
no.
not a lot of money for that. I want to find out if you've ever been on jury duty and how did it turn out for you. Tell us about the case that you're on. 407-919-1067, 877-919-1067. The XL Mobile is always available to text. That's 41067. If you're watching us on the live stream, we want to hear from you, and we'll throw it up on social media so you can comment there. Jury duty, you've ever been on it? Please tell us about the case you're on. We want to know all about it, so call us now on Johnny's House. Chaperone Pink Pony Club, Johnny's house, 6:53. It is Wednesday, and there's a 60% chance of rain today. Otherwise, partly sunny, and they say it's going to rain for the next couple days. 88 is our high, 73 right now. Everybody's talking about the P. Diddy trial and the jury and having a situation where they can't come to agree upon one of the things he's charged with. So I want to find out if you've ever been on jury duty and how was it and how did it go down. From Claremont, hey, Taylor, good morning. Good morning. So you've done jury duty. Woo!
Murder.
Wow.
Whew.
So what happened? The stand. Got him to stand. Yeah. So they released it. They released you? They said, all right, bye. And you're sitting there, I thought I had a whole week. I'm sitting there with notepad and everything. Hey. Anytime I can put it off, I'll put it off. I ain't trying to sit up in there. You want to be there.
Heck yeah, girl.
Well, hopefully both of your dreams will come true. All right. See you, Taylor. Bye-bye. All right. From St. Cloud, Katie, good morning. All right. You've done jury duty. Okay. Well, you're out. Bye.
Yeah, right.
Huh?
What? How is that even allowed?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You hold on. Because I'd have been in there. Guilty! Man, we ain't started.
Yeah.
we ain't even
I
started.
just would get my vote in now.
Guilty!
Let y'all know where I'm at.
My husband told me everything. Guilty.
I know every detail.
Brian, what did they say?
XL powered by attorney Dan Newland. Interact. Need to check. It's a no-brainer. Call attorney Dan Newland. Someone said they were on a jury once. They got selected. They heard the entire case. They got to the closing statements, and on the final day, they were notified they were actually an extra.
Oh.
And since everyone was present and could be there, they got dismissed.
They don't tell you before?
No, they don't, because they want everyone to treat it the same.
Oh, okay.
But it's in
I didn't
case
know
somebody
that.
gets sick or something happens. But
yeah,
everybody,
I guess you're right. That makes sense.
And so they said that after all of that, they sent me home. I was super invested and I didn't get to participate.
This is some crap. By the way,
On the way out, I'd yell.
all right, let's move on. Ray, what you got?
Did you see some other people are being subpoenaed for the Justin Baldoni situation?
No.
Yes.
Oh, that is going to happen. Coming up, Johnny's house.
Coming up in just 3 minutes.
Hey, I'm Billie Eilish.
Wildflower.
XL 1067.
Now, the Johnny's House Entertainment News with Ray.
All right, so obviously Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni also going through some legal
I thought that'd be gone by
situations.
now, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
same.
you would think.
Yeah.
But right now, Blake Lively's legal team has issued subpoenas to contact content creators Perez Hilton, Candace Owens, and Andy Signor. So basically, these subpoenas are reportedly in an effort to claim that Justin Baldoni orchestrated an online smear campaign against Blake Lively.
Oh, my goodness.
So he's denying it, obviously. But Blake Lively's lawsuit accuses Justin and his publicist of planting negative content online to damage her reputation. And they allege that he used a strategy of putting harmful narratives out through social media. So Scooter Braun has also been subpoenaed by Blake Lively. While Justin Baldoni previously subpoenaed Taylor Swift, but later dropped it. He is also considering Hugh Jackman as their legal battle continues. So there's like all these celebrities and content creators that are being mentioned because of these so what smear campaigns that I guess he supposedly did.
So you think it's at a point where it's ego and neither one wants to step down because it would admit to maybe tell to the other person that they were guilty and you weren't, or is it you think it's too much money involved with lawyers?
It could be a mixture of all of that, but I think that Blake Lively is still trying to clear up her name a little bit if there was any sort of doubt, but also like Justin Baldoni, I feel like is fighting for his career and fighting for his life because people I don't want to say just found out about him because of this, but his career was just starting.
Y'all said it was a very good movie.
I loved it.
It was a great movie.
I thought it was so good.
I didn't see the movie, but I heard the chemistry was unreal.
It was.
That's what I heard was supernatural.
Were they acting?
You about to get subpoenaed.
I know.
Keep talking all that junk.
Do you know what's funny? Every time I see some of these,
Johnny Magic in Orlando.
I'm like, oh dang, have I been spreading false narratives? Am I going to be subpoenaed?
Hey,
I hope so.
I started off, Brian. I said I ain't never seen it, but I heard.
All right.
Yeah.
I started out.
Speculation.
I heard. Speculation that chemistry was like almost real.
Could you imagine if one of us got subpoenaed? That'd be so great for us.
Oh my God.
I think it'd be great for us. Anyways, did you hear this craziness about Tupac and his friends and family?
No,
yeah.
I haven't heard this.
This has been a rumor for a while.
Okay, let me hear
So
it.
Suge Knight,
Okay.
you know how he loves to talk, says that Tupac was cremated and his ashes were smoked, supposedly by his family and friends.
I've heard that.
So in an interview from prison, of course, Suge Knight said that Tupac was cremated. His mom gathered with friends and family who proceeded to roll the ashes into a blunt and pass it around. He said, you got to understand that it made sense, so it was symbolic and it was like, you get to keep a part of him inside your lungs.
Brian's my dog, but I wouldn't smoke his ashes.
No, I
Yeah.
appreciate
I
that.
wouldn't. I wouldn't.
I don't think Tupac would have wanted that.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
The crazy.
I don't think I want about man. I'll be smoking my ashes. What's wrong
Well,
with
first of
that?
all, you don't know who you smoked because he's in Malaysia.
Every now and then his photo pops up.
Right.
I'm like,
He
wow,
is
look at
so alive.
Yeah.
So you're not sure who you smoked, to be honest with you.
that.
But Suge Knight said that he was there and he didn't partake because he was on probation. So he could not smoke any marijuana. And he told his mother, Moms, I'd love to hit that, but I'll get in trouble.
How is Suge Knight talking more now than he did when he was not in
He
jail?
got his own damn podcast.
He in jail.
Collect call from Suge Knight. Always free on the iHeartRadio app. Diddy needs to pay attention because if he does go in, he could still be a media mogul, clearly.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow.
Kendrick Lamar says I reached historic milestones after wrapping up their tour.
Oh, the tour's done?
Yeah, so
Okay.
the North American part of it. So what they said is that their tour has grossed the final show. It says $256 million.
Whoa.
So after selling, 1 million tickets to 23 shows across U.S. and Canada, it's just wild to see how much that they got.
Still ain't getting that much.
If they look,
She's opening act, right?
Yeah.
yeah, Jay-Z and Beyonce's 2018 On the Run tour made $3 million. So I mean, if you look at the ticket prices, obviously from when they were doing their tour to now, obviously the prices are higher, but $256 million is a lot.
I mean, SZA's a big name.
Yeah.
But most time opening acts are people you never heard of because there's nobody there.
Right.
Yeah.
They're waiting for the headliner.
She got $300 in a bag of Funyuns.
I love her.
Yeah. I bet she's going, wait. You made all this money.
He said, I'm not like you. I'm not like you.
Listen, we'll find out what's trending next on Johnny's House. Johnny's House, Orlando's number one hit music station is XL 1067, 709, partly sunny, 60% chance of rain. High today of 88, 73. A couple things real quickly. Hey, if you want to go to Johnny's House live, it's 98% sold out. Now I think the only thing available if you want to sit with 6 friends.
But you got to buy all 6 tickets at once. So you need to coordinate a situation where someone gets the 6 and y'all just bring it. It's a decent price when you break it down. It's just,
but everything else is sold out.
They seat 6 and they don't want to put you in a weird situation of sitting with people you don't know.
Mm-hmm. And also Monday is National Dive Bar Day.
Woo-hoo!
And we're fortunate to go to the best dive bar in the world, Wally's. And everybody's gone to Wally's. You know where it is on Mills, 1001 North Mills Avenue. And we'll be there at 6, but it opens at 7. It's full-fledged bar, open at 7 a.m.
Yes, sir.
It's a dive bar. And if you want to come out and watch the show and see us do what we do, or check out Brian's going to have his Yoho rum out there.
It's a breakfast rum, so you're in luck.
Breakfast rum.
Yeah.
Didn't know those existed.
Yeah, buddy.
I mean, it's got natural oranges in it.
Gotcha.
Breakfast rum.
Last time I had it was at Red Hot and Boom 2 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
This is a new formula. It's delicious, all natural.
I heard it goes great with sausage biscuits.
It does.
That's what I've heard.
It does.
All right. Nerese, what's trending?
All right. So NBA legend Shaquille O'Neal, he's making major moves off the court, breaking ground on a $24 million youth complex in East Las Vegas to serve underserved communities. Shaquille O'Neal Youth Complex will feature
I didn't know they had
gyms,
kids in Vegas.
tech labs.
Well, they're definitely underserved. Well, it depends. If they have fake ID, they're probably overserved.
Yep.
Yeah, it's going to have tech labs, mental health rooms, and a
Good for
huge
him.
outdoor sports field. It's all aimed at empowering local kids. It's expected to help about 180 youth every day once it opens in late 2026.
I wonder why he chose Vegas, because he has homes
Yeah.
everywhere. He has them, here. He has them in Atlanta. He has them in Los Angeles. I wonder why he chose.
Yeah, it's a very
Maybe
specific
he had
spot.
some partners that wanted to go in.
He does a lot of stuff in Vegas,
yeah.
especially now that he DJs. So maybe
He's going to be partnering up with the Las Vegas Raiders and UFC.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the Indiana Fevers, they pulled off a huge win last night, earning the WNBA Commissioner's Cup title, and all without the superstar Caitlin Clark. She sat sideline with a groin injury. They shocked the league by beating the first place Minnesota Lynx at 74-59 and took home the in-season championship on the Lynx court. Coach Stephanie White says that they're being careful with Caitlin's return, but for now, the message is loud and clear. Don't sleep on Fever.
Well, it's good. It's good for the team. There's because everybody's like, look, y'all ain't nothing without Caitlin. And then you win this interconference championship, and it's okay. Now, when she comes back, you're going to be a better team.
Yeah.
We'll see. All right. It's time for Am I Wrong? That's where you call us up. You tell us a story, and we break it down and tell you if you are right or if you are wrong. And today, if you call, one of you are going to get a 4-pack of tickets to Disney on Ice. Mickey and his pals are celebrating the memories we create together. Experience the favorite Disney and Pixar stories: Frozen, Moana 2, Zootopia, Inside Out 2. Make those memories come true. It'll be in town on August 29th through 31st at the Kia Center. But you don't have to worry about that. 4-pack of tickets to Disney on Ice. All you got to do is tell us the story and your decision. And then at the end goes, am I wrong in that decision? Then we will judge you. And then people, if you're listening, you can call in 407-919-1067, 877-919-1067. You can call in and say if they are right or if they are wrong. But you got to call in and tell us the story, what happened, and we will judge you. And one of you, 4-pack of tickets to Disney on Ice. If you want to do that, you can do it now. 407-919-1067, 877-919-1067. Am I wrong? You got to call and tell us the story. Somebody's going to see Disney on Ice, but we got to hear your story first on Johnny's House. Johnny's house, Ariana Grande. It's 7:26 on a Wednesday where it's going to rain. They say it's going to be like a 60% chance of rain, possible thunderstorm. Otherwise, sun's going to be out. 88 is the high, 70. It's still 73, Miss Ray.
It's 76.
76, warming up quickly this morning. Am I wrong? You tell the story. We break it down. You listening, you text the XL Mobile 41067. If you say, hey, they are right or they are wrong. That's how we do this. And we're going to hook somebody up with a 4-pack of tickets to Disney on Ice. Let's go over to Kissimmee because it sounds very interesting and talk to Veronica. Veronica, good morning.
Good morning.
All right. Am I wrong? What happened?
Okay, let me break it down to you in the chain of events what happened.
Okay.
So I am 39. I have 4 children, ages 21, 18, 13, and 7. So, summertime's out. I had asked the older kids to help me with the younger ones, obviously, because they're out of school.
Yeah.
So my oldest one recently started taking the 2 younger siblings out with him to, out to schools in different places. So I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So my daughter comes home, one day and she's like, hey, he took us to the pool with his girlfriend and their mom. And, we had barbecue, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. Yeah. So I kind of figured he started having a girlfriend. So up until recently, he finally sat down with me and, was like, oh, yeah, I do. And he explained it to me. So according to him, his girlfriend, she is 35 years old with 3 kids. And their ages were 17, 8, and 2.
And your son's 21?
Yeah.
Okay. So your son's 21. He started seeing a 35-year-old with 3 kids and their ages of 17, what and what?
17, 8, and 2.
Okay. And 2?
So, yeah.
Okay.
So, exactly. So, my thing was, I was like, but wait. I was like, your sister thought your girlfriend was a 17-year-old, and I was just like, there's so many questions, and then he started getting into an argument with me. He was like, oh, but you told me to take the kids out, and now I'm taking them out, and it's a problem. I was like, well, it's a problem because of the ages. They're your siblings' ages, literally. And I was like, I don't want you coming, because then he's bringing them home when he's coming home from her house, which is at 12, 1 in the morning, times that I don't appreciate him bringing the younger kids over, because at the end of the day, I don't know where they're at. And then he doesn't answer. So I just told him not to be taking the kids anymore. So we just got into this whole argument, because then again, I'm like, well, can you at least explain to me a little bit more? Because there's a lot more questions that I have asked the thing when the woman is 4 years younger than me.
Okay. All right. Ooh. And how long have you been a single mom?
For a little bit, a little under a year.
Okay. All right. So you want to know if you're wrong in doing what?
Basically, I argued with him and I told him not to just take the kids around that, because his relationship is fairly new.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
And again, my daughter kind of got confused, and I said, I can't imagine how her kids are feeling, because again, I don't have any answers to, like, where's dad and that, where's this? And again, he's young. I'm kind of just concerned on the whole conflicting part with everybody. And it's just like, I don't want my kids around that.
All right. So, well, no, you're not wrong, because they're your kids. And if you don't feel comfortable about a situation that they're in as their mom, you pull them. And that's what you did. Yeah. Now, I can tell you this, be careful with how you handle that situation, because as a 35-year-old woman over a 21-year-old boy, she got a lot of power.
And you don't want him dating her anymore either. I mean, if you had your choice, right?
I mean, there's a lot of red flags for me.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just telling you this. Just be real careful how you handle that, because he can run to her. She got all the comforts mom got. Ray.
It's very hard for me because I'm like trying to picture my son, but my son's only 6, and I mean, I don't have a grown child, but I feel like it's hard to tell him. I feel like you can give him the input that you have.
What about him taking the kids?
I mean, would you trust your son with kids?
I trust my son.
Yeah, so I mean,
I do, but it's
obviously
I told him, I said, what if it's me dating one of your friends? How would you feel?
Yeah, it's the situation.
It's the situation.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Me?
Well, first of all, the older the berry, the sweeter the juice. So you're gonna have a very hard time getting that man away from there. First of all, but if this were my son's 20, that lady would
your wife gone.
That lady would be on the episode of First 48.
Yeah,
my wife would take her out.
Handle that.
It would be over. So yeah, I know. I'm with you. I don't think you're wrong in any sense, honestly.
Hey, I'm gonna say this. At 21, my first 35-year-old, she taught me things.
Oh boy.
Right.
You got to be, all I'm trying to say, hey, all I'm trying to say,
Johnny.
I know you don't want to think about that, but be very careful how you handle that situation. Doris.
Yeah, I was going to say, with all of this happening, just get ready, because if you keep pushing him away, you might lose a babysitter.
Hey, flip the script and date one of his little friends.
Woo!
Oh,
Do it.
hell yeah.
Woo!
Do it.
Girl. Woo! Wow.
I think you're
Do
right
it.
though, Johnny. He'll run to her.
I'm telling you, just be careful. I'll
I
just say,
know,
just be
but
careful
it's
with
just
that.
like-
Yeah. And you know what, boy? And plus, she's 35 and a little young 20-year-old boy. Oh, Lord. I'm just telling you, be careful. Veronica, we hook you up. You got the tickets. Okay. You hold on a second. I understand. Anything on the mobile they saying, man?
I mean, my wife would.
Woo!
I can't even imagine
Good.
the conversation my wife would have. XL Mobile, powered by Attorney Dan Newland and the Rec Need a Check. It's a no-brainer. Just call Attorney Dan Newland. Yeah, nobody thinks she's wrong.
No.
Everybody says she's right, but be careful.
Just please.
Tread lightly.
Please. Because she's making that boy feel like a man.
One, her main thing is the situation with
Yes.
the kids. It is a weird dynamic for a
Yeah.
kid to look at.
Yes. Yeah. To pull your kids.
Right.
That's nothing wrong with that. Hey, we come back at a simple question on what makes a good barbecue on Johnny's house. It's Johnny's house, 736 on a Wednesday. 88 is a high. It's warming up quickly. It's 76 right now. Partly sunny, but they said showers and thunderstorms will occur today, and there's a 60% chance of that. It still blows my mind that Friday is the 4th of
I know.
July.
I know.
Ray, they had a poll, and they said, what makes the perfect 4th of July party?
Yeah, so they're saying what makes a perfect 4th of July party, obviously, is the fireworks, good music, good food, and games, like outdoor games.
Really?
Yeah, that would be
Hey,
the
none of mine.
perfect barbecue.
For me, fireworks aren't important. For my okay,
Same.
I'm talking about my perfect 4th of July party. Fireworks aren't. It's not. It's like I don't care if you got them or not.
Not on my list at all.
And games, I don't care about games either.
Ooh, I like the games. I like the
cornholes?
games. Yeah.
No, for me, it wouldn't be big, but it'd just be close friends that I know well at somebody's house because I ain't cooking because I ain't getting smoked. I've done that part. And good music, good friends, some drinks, and just hang out. Just it's kind of like when if you remember the Hall of Fame thing. You got a group of people over here, you talk to them for a while, and then you move to a group of people over there, and then you eat, and then you laugh, and then you go home. Is that boring? But for me, fireworks it's not a big one. Brian, what is yours?
Yeah, no, it's not on my list either. I think my friend group is the most important.
Yeah.
Because we'll figure out food, but then secondly, right behind that food, because we don't ever not hook up the food.
Yeah,
food and drinks would be number 2 behind my friend group, and then music, yes.
Yeah.
But after that, I don't need anything else.
Yeah,
fireworks, whatever. Games, I'm good.
No. Ray, what is yours?
Yeah, I mean, I do agree with this one. Like, I
know
do.
it's 4th of July, and I guess with 4th of July is the fireworks.
Yeah,
I get it. But we were sort of spoiled with fireworks because we've seen them up close for years.
20 plus years.
Then every single night at Disney, there's fireworks. So,
so it's not special to you anymore.
No, I mean, they're so accessible every night. And not just to me. I mean, I can see them from my house, but if you wanted to go see fireworks every single day, you could just go park outside of Disney and watch.
But there's places around the country
that
can't.
Right. So I'm just thinking here.
I feel like ever since I was a little girl, like my parents have always had big 4th of July parties where they've spent thousands of dollars on fireworks. And so like
that's a part of it.
I have to have fireworks. I have to just see them. I don't care if they're in the distance. I don't really need to hear. I just need to see fireworks. So I think that's a big one for me. Obviously the friends group. I do like the games. Because it's like anytime like cornhole or like flip cup or like anything like that. Or if like the kids are around, obviously they have to be entertained with stuff.
All you gotta do is watch them splash in the pool.
Yeah. So that's a necessity. A pool. Somebody's got to have a pool.
Yeah, pool. Yeah. I guess I'm thinking the pool is already included.
Right, because it's at my house.
Yeah.
So
See, I don't have a pool.
Yeah.
You gotta find a friend that does.
Yeah, exactly.
Come to my house.
Thanks.
What
she rents. It wouldn't be her pool anyway.
Funny.
But also
be
my
borrowing.
electric bill isn't $500 like yours. So
Dang.
Hey, 300 is a damn pool pump. I ain't gonna lie. About 200 is a pool pump for
so
sure.
it looks like I'm winning here.
I ain't gonna lie. Some days I don't even run it 24 hours. I mean 6 hours. Man, turn that thing off. Nerese, what would be your ideal 4th of July?
So you gotta
Perfect 4th of July.
You gotta make it make sense. It's like the people that I gotta bring, like y'all gotta be able to do something because I don't grill. I won't even touch it. I won't look at it. So bring in a friend that does it. And then also
So is yours to go to someone's house or them come to yours?
If in a perfect world, it would be someone's house because I have a community pool. And my gosh, the HOA would just be on my butt.
Okay,
like
so you go to someone's house that was having a 4th of July party.
Bring a friend with the DJ equipment.
Oh, you want a DJ?
Yeah, come on now, this is a party.
Okay.
But a lot of my friends have kids, so it's important to have like a kiddie section. Like there's a designated area for the kids and the TV and all this stuff. And then not just games, but drinking games.
Yeah.
You gotta have.
So you want to do some drinking games around the kids?
We're gonna get lit.
So you want somebody kid just looking at you like this going?
Mom gets lit with me. Dad, you go babysit.
I can't do a shot. I'm looking at a kid looking at me like,
yeah.
Hey, who kid is this?
Come hang out with me in Panama.
Don't play with the kids. No, I know. It's a cultural thing. I want to find out from you what would be the perfect, or you have the perfect 4th of July party. Not just any party, but a 4th of July party. Is fireworks important? Games important? DJs important? I want to find out your perfect 4th of July party. 407-919-1067-877. 919-1067. We give you that because we want you to call so you can talk to us. And if you can't get through and you still want to drop it, we want to read it. You can text the XL Mobile, which is 41067. And live streamers who are talking about the show already, we'll get some information from you and we'll throw it on social media. They say the perfect 4th of July party, if you're planning it, if you're going to one, if you've been to one, tell us about it. You give some people some ideas, and we want to hear about it. 407-919-1067-877. 919-1067. Call us because we want to talk to you. This is Johnny's house. From the ordinary, 751. It is Johnny's house. 76, getting up to about 88, and a 60% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Otherwise, the sun is going to be out. A poll found that what makes the perfect 4th of July party includes good music, outdoor games, fireworks, and good food. So we're asking you, what do you feel makes a perfect 4th of July party? From Orlando, Stephanie, good morning.
Hi, it's me. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, yeah, we can hear you, Stephanie. How are you?
So you did not list out my two favorite things about the 4th of July.
Well, that's what
okay.
we're asking. What makes a perfect 4th of July party for you, Stephanie?
So I have two of them. The number one is festivals like Red Hot and Boom. Have you ever heard about them?
No, I ain't never heard of
I've
Red Hot.
never heard of
I didn't know
it.
about
It was fun.
It was all right.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, we ain't gonna be there,
Wow.
so it's
Remember when they had
it's
those cool
all
acts?
right.
Cool
Yeah, it's
show.
Yeah.
I ain't never heard of any of the artists performing though.
It used to be a pretty cool show.
Yeah,
What I
that's
understand.
what I thought
Yeah.
too.
It's just real hot out there.
Well, I quit going there.
Yeah, us too.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So moving on, number
Moving
two.
on. What's the other one?
If we're getting any more trouble.
Well, my second favorite, now you all are going to have to guess this one.
We'll have to guess.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll say hot dogs.
I'm gonna go with boobies.
I'm gonna go
You
Bear
hot
America.
dogs.
Hot dogs.
Oh.
Can I say all the above?
Not boobies then.
Hot dogs.
Nah, throw that in there.
Hot dogs. It was hot dogs and grilling meat.
Grilling meat.
Yeah,
man.
grilling meats is
Yeah.
always my favorite thing. to do.
Wow.
I like the boobies answer.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing says freedom like boobies.
Well, go over to Red Hot and Boom. They're gonna be having it again. I think is it tomorrow? No.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You
No,
did
yeah,
it
because it is. It's the third. Yeah.
So I think it's gonna be tomorrow.
Or there's a really good one going on over in Mount Dora.
Yeah.
Downtown Mount Dora. Yeah.
Yeah.
Freedom on the waterfront.
That's gonna be huge.
gonna be
Ooh,
huge.
I have not been to that one.
Yeah,
yet.
it's huge. It's
Yep.
right there on the water.
Try something different.
Downtown Mount
Can
Dora.
it compete with Red Hot and Boom, though?
Yeah.
David Cook from American Idol's performing.
Oh, well, then guess where I'm going to show
There it
up.
is.
Boom.
All right. Well, have fun and be safe. Okay, Stephanie.
All right, y'all too.
You too. Thank you for calling. Ray, what they say?
Let's see here. We got the fireworks. The hot dogs gotta be from the grill.
Yeah.
Booze and friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
You
basically.
know, last time I was home, I was grilling burgers and hot dogs, and I burned a few of them up. I mean, I burnt them up. So I trashed them. And my mom was like, "Why'd you do that?" I was like, "Mom, they burnt."
You gotta scrape it off.
No, and they like, "We like them this way." Mine is burnt.
There are
Oh,
people
yeah.
that
Yeah,
do
and
like
my
them.
sister's like, "Oh, we love it that way." I'm like,
Not me.
Yeah, sometimes they are good.
"Really?"
If they got
I-
a little crisp to them.
Yeah,
I
I was
like
like,
to sear them up, but I don't like
No,
the,
I'm
I don't
not-
like the char.
Brian, one side was just black.
Yeah, no.
No.
And the other one was pink. And I said, "Well, I'm just going to throw this." So, what you doing? They burnt.
Yeah, no.
No, don't throw them things away.
But you know when you like you use the last piece of toast
Oh yeah,
and
scrape
you
it.
just scrape the bun.
Yeah.
It's still usable.
Yeah.
Be what they say.
Let's see. XL Mobile powered by attorney Dan Newland. Interact. Need to check. It's a no-brainer. Just call attorney Dan Newland. Someone said there has to be a boat involved.
Oh,
Oh,
see
that's
that's
one.
somebody that's different.
Yeah.
If you grew up with people and your family had boats and everybody had boats, then 4th of July is getting your friends on the boat.
A lot of people do take
Yeah.
boats out to the lakes and watch fireworks from the boat.
Yeah.
Because they shoot them off on lakes.
Okay.
Oh, that's
But the boat
fun.
ramps are a beast
Oh, I can
on the 4th of
imagine.
July. And y'all don't be drinking on the boat. There's a lot of craziness going on. Then someone said, in their family, it's always been boiled peanuts. That's a 4th of July tradition. So there has to be
Huh.
boiled peanuts involved.
I can get that. If that's something you've always had, then and you have it around that time of the year, the smell, the flavor will always remind you of
Yep.
the 4th of July.
Yep.
I tried boiled peanuts twice, and I eat.
I'm not a fan.
I know some people love them, man.
My
It's
wife
just
loves them.
Yeah, it
suck the
depends.
juice.
When we do a road
Ugh.
trip, if she sees like a roadside stand, we stop.
Yeah.
There's just something about a crock pot hooked up to a generator on the side of the road,
Yeah.
selling peanuts.
Yeah, the one time I did that, I was violently ill.
Violently.
Usually I just get them from like racetrack or something.
No, I've seen them. They had one was spicy.
Oh, yeah,
and
the
other
Cajun one.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, and
yeah.
they take pride in it.
No,
Ray, you got
my-
a bad batch.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
did.
My wife loves them.
Really?
Well,
Let's move on, Ray. What you working on
We've
celebrity
got a
news?
partial verdict of the Diddy trial that we can talk about.
Updates coming up on Johnny's house.
Now, the Johnny's House Entertainment News with Ray.
Celebrity News is sponsored by Fairwinds Credit Union. So obviously the big news that came out yesterday is that there is a partial verdict that was reached in the Diddy trial, but it can't be delivered until it's complete. I saw everybody saying like, so what's a verdict? What's a verdict? You know? So after 12 hours of deliberations, the panel of 12 jurors, which to remind you, 8 men and 4 women, decided on 4 out of the 5 counts. They decided on the 2 sex trafficking charges and the 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. The jurors are still deciding on the racketeering conspiracy charge, so there will be more deliberating today. Now, the racketeering charge is the biggest one. He could go to prison for life.
Yeah, that's the lifer.
That is the biggest one. So also in court yesterday, you could see his whole family was there. You could see Diddy tried to comfort his mom, who was seated like right behind him. He whispered over to her like, listen, it'll be all right. I love you. And he was like thumping his chest and everything.
I could have my mom up in there. I was like, Mom,
Seriously.
tell my mom I know she wants to support me, but there's some things she don't need to hear.
There's no way he slept last night because it's already been decided that whether he'll spend at least 30 years in jail or none. That's what no matter what happens with that other charge. It's already been decided and he just doesn't know what it is.
So and we're talking in the room, and for them to come out with those 4 charges, I feel like he is guilty on those charges.
Same.
I think he'll be at the barbecue on Friday.
I think that barbecue going to be in the yard of cell block 8.
Yes, I agree with you, B. But I don't know. So the racketeering one, I just like that the judge was like, I'm not doing an alien. What is it, an alien or alien charge or something like that, where they like give you something else or a partial verdict.
So they were explaining it today, so obviously they hope to get it done today. And so they were explaining they could. It's separate. So these four. Period. So they could either go ahead and drop the 5th one if they can't get racketeering. If the state can drop it. If they're like, we're not going to come back. We're not going to agree.
We're not going to do this
then
again.
They could come back and drop it. They could do the hung jury on that one, but the other 4 still stands.
Because
or they could keep going until they think they can convince each other that they're going to get a 5th.
And they want to do it today because the courts are closed until Monday.
So
today.
They were saying if the prosecution gets a sense that this is going to go nowhere, they may say, all right, we'll drop that one. Or we'll plea it down to something else or whatever. And let's go ahead and get these 4 taken care of.
I guess there was about 6 notes that were received, like the judge received yesterday with the jurors.
They told what they were?
The majority of them were asking questions about RICO, racketeering.
It's confusing. They had a guy on that said, look, like some like actual law students don't understand. Like racketeering.
Because there's so much that falls under it. So, I mean, the fact that they're asking questions is great that they came up with those 4 verdicts. So, I don't know.
One of the notes said, do you like me? Check yes or no.
Stupid.
And one of the notes said, are you going to do this barbecue on Friday? Because we all are.
Right. I think we've all been invited.
We've all been invited.
What are you supposed to bring? Because I don't want to bring the same thing. I'm bringing the cups.
You know what to bring.
We'll find out, y'all.
I'm bringing the baby oil.
Oh my gosh. So, by the way, though, speaking of Tony Busby, which all of the he's the attorney that had like the majority of the lawsuits, a judge just dismissed Jay-Z's extortion and defamation lawsuit against the attorney Tony Busby.
Isn't he going to sue?
So this guy, I guess, he filed he filed these lawsuits against Jay-Z saying that he actually sexually assaulted a minor with Diddy. And so the court found that Tony Busby was acting within his rights as a lawyer. So when he sought out a settlement, writing that selling silence for money, the civil context is not extortion. So the judge ruled Jay-Z's defamation claims didn't meet the actual malice. So, I mean, that's pretty interesting to hear.
Well, but he's saying I'm suing for legal fees.
Yes.
Yeah,
absolutely.
He needs to be a TV show. Because have you ever seen this?
Tony Busby?
Yes.
He's a character.
I'm telling you, he's Better Call Saul, man. I mean, he has it all on him, boy.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. We're going to do something called, that's next. We're going to do Weird But True. That's on the way on Johnny's House. I'll explain the other one in a minute. The weekend on Johnny's house, 808, 76, getting up to 88 today. It is 6% chance of rain and mostly sunny. Couple things real quick. The Johnny's house live is about 98% sold out. And the only things available now are booths of 6?
Yeah, you got to do all 6. So if you have some friends, get them together, or even if you want to meet some new people.
Yep, single tickets, all that stuff gone.
Post on our social and see if there's anybody that's looking for a spot.
Okay, and also Monday is National Dive Bar Day, and Johnny's house is out of the studio. We'll be at Wally's. Everybody knows Wally's.
Yeah.
It's going to be a Wally's Bar and Liquor at 1001 North Mill Avenue. It is one of the best dive bars in the country, and they're going to allow us to broadcast there. They open at 7, and they're serving.
Yes, sir.
They are serving at 7.
They have a group called the Breakfast Club that comes there, and they
have some drinks.
They get specials and everything. Yeah.
Drinks.
Oh, that's
and
fun.
yeah. So if you want to come out and see us do the show at one of the best dive bars in the country, it'll be at Wally's on Monday, 1001 North Mills Avenue. You got enough time now to tell work you're going to be a little late and bring some coworkers and hang out and watch us do Johnny's house. Now, this one is free. Now, the one that Johnny's house live is almost sold out.
No.
Yeah.
Well, because Monday's just a regular radio show.
Yeah.
You're going to get this right here. That's what you're going to get.
All right. Weird but true. What's up, B?
So everyone knows that what you eat affects your sleep.
Yep.
But they just did a new study to kind of dive into it. And they say for people who are lactose intolerant, eating stuff that's full of that, like cheese, milk, dairy, whatever, it leads to weird nightmares.
Also gas.
Yeah, well, probably more than just weird nightmares.
Bubble guts.
If you can't sleep because you might be in the bathroom. But said there's people that don't know that they're so mildly lactose intolerant that it doesn't affect their body, but it makes them dream weird.
Yeah.
So they have weird dreams. Sweets also, they say, throw off your sleep, obviously, and they cause vivid nightmares.
You know what gives me nightmares is hot dogs.
Really?
If I eat a hot dog and go to bed, I have the worst dreams.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, if you read what's in a hot dog, it should give you a nightmare.
Yeah.
For sure.
Everyone says when you have a weird dream, what'd you eat last night?
Yeah.
Because it really does affect it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
So speed watching has become a thing where you watch things at a faster speed than what they are on social media and on YouTube especially. You can set your speed to like 1.5, 2.5, 3.5. People are doing it to consume more knowledge faster. Idiots. But anyway, they did a study on it and they found that it's actually not good for you.
Okay.
If you watch stuff too fast, it breaks your brain.
Yeah.
So our brains can only handle watching things at 1.5 normal speed.
Yeah.
So very slight speed up. But the ones that are watching at 2.5 and higher, they say basically you're breaking your brain. So go ahead and do it if you
The
want.
ones that are doing their brain is broken already.
And the ones that are doing it to post on social media that they're doing it. Idiots. We know better than that.
Yeah.
Now, have you heard of this group, the Velvet Sundown? Have you heard of them?
No.
I haven't heard of them.
They got more than 500,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. They got 2 full albums.
Okay.
And the crazy thing is they've done no live shows, no interviews, because they're not real.
Not an AI group.
They're AI. They're the
no.
first like full-on official AI group, the Velvet Sundown. They generate over $5,000 a month in streaming royalties, but they're not real. So
Right.
I mean,
Here
they can do videos because you can make AI.
they have an Instagram and all of their photos are AI photos.
Okay.
So
Okay.
here's a little bit of the Velvet Sundown.
Dust on the wind,
No, it's good.
boots on the ground, smoke in the sky, no peace found. Rivers run red.
So they got 2 full albums and people are listening to them. Like I said, 500,000 a month.
I would listen to that.
Monthly listeners.
When it started out, when you said boots on the ground, I'm like boots on the ground.
Yeah.
Throw your fans up.
Don't go on the carnival cruise.
Throw your fans up. Wop, wop, wop.
So obviously musicians are freaking out because
Well,
they're like,
yes.
wait a second, you're basically building a music career and you don't exist. Well,
Yeah.
that's crazy. And they've been flagged as AI on multiple platforms. Now the band's X account has come out and said, you guys are full of it. We're not AI. They said we are actually real and we write and produce all of our own stuff. This is 100% legit. They say you have no proof that we're not real. Now they're saying, well, you have no proof that you are real because everything
Better
is
come out and perform.
right. And so now that's where we are right now in this saga. We don't
You
know.
can't trust anybody.
Right, because obviously the whoever put it together wants this to continue because they're generating money for nothing.
But the thing is, they made music that people are connected with. So,
Right.
and that's what you want is music you can connect with.
Right, but it's weird if like you're selling it as a band. Like, I think people are saying if you're telling me it's AI, cool.
Yeah.
If I like the music, I like the music. But if you're telling me it's a band and it's not a band, now you're lying to me.
Well, here's the thing. You're in the beginning stages of this. In 5 years, AI bands will be accepted.
Yes.
It will happen.
This is this generation's Milli
Yeah.
Vanilli.
Yeah.
This is the
Yeah.
same thing that Milli Vanilli did, but with real people. Somebody else sang everything, and they just put a face to it.
I look at this as at the beginning of dating apps. In the beginning, it was embarrassing. Man, I can't meet somebody on a dating app. No. But it became widely accepted. That's what's going to happen with the music, with AI music.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Wow.
So, I mean, they're generating money.
All right. We're going to do something new. It's called Find the Fake. Well, what Brian's going to do is give you a list of actual names for fireworks, and all you have to do is find the fake one.
Yes.
Okay. Brian, give us an example. We'll play in the room and see if we can figure it out.
So I found a giant list of real firework names, and in each group of 4, I've added one that's not real.
Okay.
You just got to tell me which one is not real.
Here on the show, we got to find the one that's not real.
Yeah.
All
So
right,
here
we
are
go.
your 4: Raging Rottweilers, Grand Jury, Lit and Legit, and Everybody Panic. Which one is the fake?
I think Lit and Legit.
Lit and Legit, you say.
Ray, which one?
Grand Jury.
Grand Jury, you say. Nerese, what about you?
That Rottweiler one.
You're all 3 wrong.
Damn.
Oh my gosh.
We all wait. We have 4 choices.
Yes.
And we all got the
Yes. Raging Rottweilers is real. Grand Jury is real. Lit and Legit is real. Everybody Panic, I made up.
Oh, wow. I mean, that sounds like
Good one.
But the funny thing is, I have pictures of all the boxes. There's like Rottweilers with like flames coming out of their mouth on the other one.
Wow.
The Grand Jury is a 5-foot tall mortar shell, or 5-foot tall, or 5-inch tall mortar shell.
I want y'all to know we couldn't have done any worse if we tried.
no.
Yeah.
If we tried.
Yeah.
All right. So if you like to play, we're going to hook somebody up with a pair of tickets. The Disney Water Park H2O Glow. Brian's going to give you 4 titles. You just got to get the one. Get the most right as you can.
Yeah, well, the one that's fake is all I need.
Yeah, that's all you need. 407-919-1067, 877-919-1067. Find the fake. That's all you have to do. We're going to hook you up with Disney Water Park H2O Glow on Johnny's House. Espresso, Sabrina Carpenter. This is Johnny's house. Rays are still 76. It's gotten a little warm.
78.
78. Looking for a high today of 88. Getting close to that and a 60% chance of rain. Otherwise, the sun is going to be out. Having some fun, doing something a little different. It's called Find the Fake. Brian has a list of fireworks. Some of them are real. You just got to find the fake one. All right. And the person that gets right, we're going to hook them up with tickets to Disney's Waterpark H2O Glow. So what's going to happen is we're going to give like Angie's up first.
Yes.
We're going to give her the titles, and she has to put the fake, find the fake one.
Right. If she finds the fake, then she will be in the running for the tickets.
Okay.
If she doesn't, we're going to say peace out.
All right. Let's go to Kissimmee and talk to Angie. Hey, Angie.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Good. All we need you to do is find the fake. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Brian's going to give you the list, and you tell us which one is fake.
All right. One of these is not real. Wizard of Oz, Popo Magnet, Golden Showers, or Neighbor Hater.
All right. Angie, which one is fake?
I'm going to go with, I think, Magnet.
Popo Magnet, you say, is the fake. That is incorrect. Popo Magnet is a real firework.
All right. I said Wizard of Oz.
That's a Neighbor Hater.
I said Golden Showers.
Golden Showers is the fake.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yes.
Well, Angie, we're going to have to let you go.
No worries. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Somebody's
All
dropped the
right.
ball on that.
All
So
right.
Maurice got one,
Well, I
y'all
just
got
thought-
0.
I'm thinking Wizard of Oz got some type of copyright infringement.
But it's Oz, like that's why I said
Okay.
That's why I said it
okay.
that way.
All right. From Orlando, Stephanie, good morning.
Hi, good morning. I'm back again.
All right. Welcome back again, Stephanie. All right. We need you to find the fake, okay?
This is going to be a challenge, but I will do my best.
That's all we ask you to do is do your best. Stephanie.
Okay.
All right. Here we go.
All right. One of these is not real. The other 3 are a real firework. A badassical blast.
What?
That's what I said.
Okay,
Badassical.
Go ahead.
How about you? Let me finish. Badassical blast. Shiver me timbers. Boom boom bam. And banging hard. Which one is the fake?
Shiver me timbers, totally for sure.
No, you are incorrect. Shimmer me timbers is a real firework.
Sorry, Stephanie. You tried, though.
I tried my best.
Yeah, you did. I said banging hard, right?
I said the boom, boom, bang,
I also
whatever.
I
Boom,
said
boom.
Shiver Me Timbers.
Boom boom bam is the fake.
Yeah.
Ray got a point.
It's from the Kendrick Lamar song. Ray got a point.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it looked like Ray might be winning these tickets.
So it's 1 to 0.
All right. From Tavares, Abigail, good morning.
Good morning.
We need you to find the fake. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right, here we go.
All right, one of these isn't real. Is it bada bing, bada boom? Put it in reverse. Here come the judge, and the Force Awakens.
I would say number 4.
The Force Awakens. That is the
Yeah.
fake one.
Yeah.
Correct.
That's what I wrote down.
I put it in reverse. Cause what? How you can't put no firework in reverse? Because then it have to go back into the canister.
I said bada bing.
It spins.
I'm actually a first-time caller as well.
Wow.
Hey!
The way it works is if the next person gets it wrong, you win. Okay.
Okay.
All right. You hold on. I didn't think anybody's got that.
So, Ray, you got that one
I
right?
wrote
Look at
that
that.
down.
All right. All right. From Claremont, Marissa. Marissa, you're the last one in. If you get it wrong, then Abigail will win. And if you get it right, then we'll go to a tiebreaker one. Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. All you got to do is find the fake.
All right. So one of these is not real. Redneck Finale, Patriot Punch, Watch This, and Get Low, Get Low.
I'm gonna say Get Low, Get Low.
That is a fake one. Correct.
I got that one wrong.
Wow. Okay. I got that one too. I had Get Low, Get Low.
Did you?
Uh-huh. All right. So let's go ahead and bring them both up.
All right.
All right. Now, here's the thing. If you both get it wrong, we keep the tickets. All right. And Abigail, you be going first because you're the first one to play. All right. You ready, B?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. This is my last one.
Mhm.
Gunfighters from Hell, Big Pimpin', Freedom Flames, and let's see, I have lit and legit again. So that was the one we did earlier.
Okay.
So
All
you
right.
basically have two out of 3.
All right. Abigail, which one is it?
I would say number 3.
Which one? What? Tell me what I say third. I don't know.
What was
I got Gunfighters from Hell, Psycho Peacock, Freedom Flames, and Big Pimpin'. Which one is fake?
I think it was the Freedom Flames.
Freedom Flames is fake. Okay, what about you?
Marissa?
The pimpin' one.
The Big Pimpin' one.
Big Pimpin'. Big Pimpin' is fake.
Oh, Marissa, congratulations. You are the winner. Wow. All right, you got yourself tickets to Disney Water Park H2O Glow after the sun goes down. Disney Typhoon Lagoon. It gets wild with Disney H2O Glow after hours. For 3 hours, you can enjoy more time, fewer people, for attractions, complimentary treats, and select beverages. Congratulations. Abigail, you played well, though. You played well.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to put you on hold, and we'll get that information from you. We come back. It is time for True Stories. It happened to me, and EDC tickets on the line. Johnny's house. I want to do 8:35. It is Johnny's house. It is time for True Stories. It happened to me. You got one of those amazing stories of something that happened to you, so fascinating, you tell everybody about it. We want to hear about it on the radio, and we're going to reward you with a pair of 3-day Journal Mission passes to EDC. It's coming to town on November 7th, 8th, and 9th. If you want to buy passes, they're on sale right now. 3-day passes, Journal Admission to EDC. All you got to do is tell us those amazing stories that have happened to you that people do not believe, but it is real. 407-919-1067, 877-919-1067. The only way to get in, you got to call EDC tickets. These tickets are hot, but you got to tell us your story. True story happened to me. We'll hear your stories next on Johnny's House. Orlando's number one hit music station. It is 8:39. It is Johnny's House. It's time for True Stories. It happened to me. That's what he tells one of those fascinating stories. And the best one, we're going to hook you up with a pair of 3-day journal admission passes to EDC. All right. Are y'all ready to listen to these stories?
Yeah.
Let's go over to Lake Mary and talk to Michelle. Michelle, good morning.
Good morning.
All right, true
I'm a
story.
first-time caller.
Hey, first-time caller. We always say first-time callers. We appreciate you calling, and don't be a stranger. How long have you been listening?
Since I was 13, and I am 35 now.
And it took this for you to call in after all these years?
Yeah, I was waiting for something really good to come up for the prize for this
Oh, okay. All right. Well, you know, we got a call. We got a number for you. Nerese, what is her number?
5110.
What is your number?
5110.
We want to personally welcome you to Johnny's house, and don't be a stranger, okay?
Okay.
All right. So let's hear this true story.
So I was engaged, and it was 5 a.m, and we were in bed, and all of a sudden I hear a bunch of banging at the front door, and it sounded like cops, and they were like, come out, come out, come out. So I run downstairs because we have 2 dogs that were making a lot of noise, and I was worried. Like, I've heard all these stories about like cops shooting dogs that when they approach. So it was the FBI banging down the front door. They had banged down the front door, and they were looking for my fiance. And I had no idea why they were there. This was like something out of a movie. I had no idea that he was involved in any criminal activity at all. And they wouldn't tell me. They were calling for him, yelling for him, and he wouldn't come out. And then finally he came out, and they hauled him away, and they didn't tell me anything. They wouldn't tell me why they were arresting him. But I didn't hear from him for 48 hours. And it turns out he was involved in some white-collar crime.
And when did you find that out?
I found that out about 48 hours after he was arrested. So I had no idea he had all this involvement in this operation.
But you were ride or die. You stood right by him. You were in court every day as he went to jail. I mean, you were right there, weren't you, Michelle?
I did not go to all the court hearings or anything like that.
No, how come?
We stayed in touch, but obviously our wedding was called off.
Wait a second now. You took advantage of all the luxuries that came with the white collar crimes.
No. He did this before I even met him.
But how do you think he got his money, though?
Well, he got a good job.
So I'm assuming y'all broke.
I had no idea.
I'm assuming y'all broke up after the FBI popped in there and
Yeah. I had to call off the wedding. We had a wedding planned in Mexico for literally a month after he was arrested.
So how do you break that news to your family and friends?
I'd lie.
I just sent him a link to the news story.
Yeah, seriously.
So when they
I did. I first had to tell his family. Like, I had to call his family that morning and be like, yeah, he was arrested.
So when they were pulling him off and handcuffing him and he was walking out, you said, "I'll be here for you, baby. I'll be here." You said all that, right?
No.
He said, "My name is Bennett and I ain't in it. I'm ride or ride, baby."
I didn't know if he was, involved. I didn't know if he was a murderer.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Anything.
Then you would have married a murderer. Just saying.
Could have been a good Netflix show.
Out before I walked down the aisle.
Wow.
Yeah.
But then you did love him though, right?
I did, yeah. And I honestly tried to work it out, but there was too many complications.
Yeah, him being behind bars is complicated. Is he still in prison?
That's my question.
No, he's out.
Oh, he's out now?
Did y'all try after he got out?
Yeah, I mean, I reconnected with him, but like I said, it was just...
It's just too much. Every time you saw him, you saw convict.
You ain't never watched Love After Lockup.
All right, you hold on a second. All right, 407-919-1067, 877-919-1067. 3-day journalism pass at the EDC. True stories happened to you. That was round 1. Round 2 is on the way on Johnny's House. Billie Eilish, Birds of a Feather. This is Johnny's house. All right, round 2 of true stories that happened to me. You call us up and tell us the most fascinating stories that happened in your life. And the one that we go, what? Got a three-day journal mission passes to EDC that is hitting the area on November 7th, 8th, and 9th. All right, let's go to Mineola and talk to Chris. Hey, Chris.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
All right, true stories that happened to me. What happened?
Well, this kind of fits for snitches get tickets and true stories, so I'm going to double dip on this.
Okay.
So, all right, back in the day, I used to grow up in the Pine Castle area, Sand Lake Road, Orange Avenue.
Okay.
And I was about 9, 10 years old. My brother's 3 years older than I am. So back in the day, Mom and Dad said, go play and come home when the street lights come on.
Yep.
So my dad looked at my brother and said, don't come home without your brother.
That's right.
So as soon as we stepped out the house, we all went our separate ways, hanging out with our buddies or whatever.
My brother did that too, and I met my brother at a certain time. We went home together.
Yeah, we met at the light pole. We met at the light pole by the corner when the street lights come on. We'd walk in the house at the same time.
Absolutely.
Like we all been hanging out together all day.
I did that. Yep.
So I don't know how many of y'all were in Orlando in the 80s, early 80s, but I was like 9, 10 years old. My brother's like 12, 13, and we had BMX bikes and dirt bikes. So pre-construction of the Florida Mall, all the woods back there, we used to go raise cane, ride our dirt bikes and BMX bikes back there. Well, one of the dirt bikes got hot and we laid it down, and wouldn't you know, we caught the woods on fire where they built the Florida Mall. So we got scared. We scared as hell. We all got on our bikes. We're all kids. Everybody went to their houses. We knew a way to cut through the neighborhood. We wouldn't be seen coming from that area. And Mom and Dad heard the sirens going on. Everybody was like, oh, my God, it was a big thing. And to this day, they didn't know, and they both passed on. And my brother and I made a sibling pact that we would never tell our mom and dad it was.
But y'all burned up the
Set the woods on fire.
Yeah.
I love that. All right, Chris, you hold on a second. From Orlando, Mimi, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
True story happened to me.
I was on a family cruise, and we was in Mexico, and everybody decided to do like zip lining.
Yeah.
Everybody before me, they had a great time. They zip lined, awesome. I put the harness on. I sat down, about to leave the ledge, and what happened? The harness popped.
It popped.
It just popped.
So before they launched you to go zip lining, and you just sat down in it, it popped.
And the harness popped on me.
So if
as soon as the guy was about to push me off.
So if this would have happened halfway through the zip line, you'd have fell in the jungle.
Definitely.
Now,
but the craziest thing about it is, we changed harness, and I did it.
You did it?
I did it.
Mm-mm.
I mean, how much was the zip line? Like $5,000? Goodness.
I think it was $150, but it was non-refundable.
It was non-refundable, so she's like, I'm going. I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Risking it and all.
I had to. It was
no, you did not. Hey,
that money gone.
Yeah,
I would have been like, I understand it's non-refundable, but was there an asterisk next to it? Because I just almost died.
And I'm going to say, hey, listen, I know I'm not going to be the first one, but how do I get back? Because this is over for me.
They told us when we did it, because I was done. I was like, I don't want to do anymore. And they said, this is the only way down, dog. so I had to finish ziplining, even though I was done.
My sister was in full-blown tears. Like, please don't do it. And I'm like, I got to. Like, I'm the only one who's not going to do it.
So there were more people behind you?
There was, yes.
Oh, the whole this is a group. We canceled. It's done. This is done deal. We're done. Wow, and you did it. Good for you. Then you can fight. You can face anything.
Yeah,
you can face anything,
or you make bad choices.
All right, y'all. It's time to vote. All right, you got Michelle, who was madly in love with her fiance. They're lending bread, thinking about life and how much love there is. Knock on the door. FBI came in, took him away, and they're no longer together. That's number one. Number two, where the Florida Mall now sits, they burnt down the woods by accident, made a plan never to tell anybody about it, and their parents passed, and they still do not know. And you have Mimi, who was about to step off a cliff on a zip line. It popped. They put her on another vest, and she jumped back in there and did it again. That is number three. On the count of three, let's see your votes here. 1, 2, 3. Wow, is that unanimous? Okay, let's go over here. Michelle, congratulations. Hello?
Hello, thank you.
You are the one. Yeah, work, aren't you?
I'm in the parking lot of work.
Oh, wow. Well, congratulations. You are a winner. You showed that Ride or Die still lives on.
Hey, did your ex-fiance get married to someone else?
No.
No, okay. There's someone on the ExxonMobil that thinks they married her fiance.
Oh, really?
I was curious.
Did you ever sit down and just have a real heart-to-heart conversation and say, hey, what did you do? And all that stuff?
Yeah. Yeah, we did. I mean, I had many conversations with him because, like you guys said, I was in love with this guy and I was trying to wrap my head around it.
Now, here's something that Brian asked earlier. So some of that money, did he use it on you?
No. I mean, apparently he didn't even make a whole lot of money from it, and it was already spent by the time, like, we got together, and he wasn't involved in anything when we got together.
Oh.
That's how Johnny talks about the shrimp with Lou Pearlman to make himself feel better.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it's okay. You didn't know. Just like Johnny didn't know.
I did not know.
It's okay.
I was eating prawns as big as your hand. I didn't know that man was taking money from
and when
senior citizens.
and when she went to the movies on a little date night, who knew that she was using white collar criminal money to pay for that popcorn? Not her. She didn't know. That's all I was saying.
Michelle said, y'all about to leave me alone.
Yep.
3-day GA passes the EDC. You hold on. We'll get some information, okay? Great story.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ray, what you working on?
Did you see Todd Chrisley revealed that he threatened the college scam ringleader in jail?
Did he really?
Oh, yeah.
That story's coming up on Johnny's House.
UXXL HD1, Tavares, Orlando. Live from our Farrah and Farrah studios. If you've been injured, make it a Farrah fight.
XL 1067.
Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. XL 1067. Orlando's #1 hit music station.
Orlando, it's Johnny Magic. It's time for us to pay your bills and win $1,000.
Enter this nationwide keyword now at XL1067.com. Bank. That's bank.
Your chance to win $1,000 13 times every weekday from 9 to 9. Paying your bills. It's XL 1067.
Now, the Johnny's House Entertainment News with Ray.
All right, so we know that Todd Chrisley and his wife got a pardon from President Trump, and he is a free man opening up about his time behind bars. And he's not holding back. He was on a podcast with his daughter, Savannah, and he was recalling a tense moment that he had with a fellow inmate.
Okay.
That inmate was William Rixinger. And William Rixinger, if you don't recall, he is the man behind the college admissions scandal with Felicity Huffman and Lori Loughlin.
He had a good scam going for years.
Yeah.
Years.
Yeah. So, but like to picture these two white rich men fighting is kind of funny to me.
You shut up. You shut up. I bet I'll strike you.
Okay, so this is what his Todd revealed, that when he and Rick Singer only spoke briefly, things escalated quickly when I guess Rick Singer allegedly started talking trash about Savannah, which is his daughter. And Todd told him, "I will rip your head off and down your neck."
Well, I mean, you know what? That's jail, though. He tried him.
Yeah.
He said, okay, you roll up in here. Your daughter's a freak. Say, what?
Yeah. And so Todd said after that confrontation, he said, "I never had a problem with him because of, all the dramatics." Todd noted that he was really, really only a major issue when he was serving time. That was the only issue that he had was Rick Singer.
Really?
Yeah. But I could just picture Todd in Brian's hillbilly voice that he does, because he's got that country accent. I'll rip your head off.
I'll rip your head off and go right down your neck.
And I guarantee that Rick Singer got like, this story didn't go down like that.
Yeah.
It didn't. But I'm in jail, so I can't say nothing right now.
He's
But
like,
that story did not go down like
Right,
that.
I didn't get no part.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm over here sitting here, but I will beat your bitch ass.
Hey, let him know when I get out. I'm looking for him.
I'm like, that's so funny that was his only confrontation was with another rich white dude.
And the thing is, you got to brag on it. Yeah, when I was in jail, I told I'll down your throat.
That's an old rich Southern white guy phrase too.
Yeah.
I'll rip off your head and go down your neck.
Yeah. Okay.
Lizzo opened up about her mental health, and she's speaking to women's health, and she looks great. If you haven't seen the pictures and everything, she looks great. She said that she recalled going to a Beyonce concert, and she was in a very, very dark place, and she was attending the Renaissance tour, and she was nervous to possibly meet her, because obviously, like, if there's a celebrity in the audience, they sometimes meet. Hey,
to come backstage, someone say hello.
The performances and everything. So, but she was saying that she thought that life wasn't worth living for a while because she was very in that
was this
dark
after
spot.
the dancer thing occurred?
Yes.
Okay,
yeah. So she was obviously being accused of the toxic work environment and the allegations, and so she thought that life was not worth living. But then she went to a Beyonce concert and said that, you know what? She gave me the inspiration to kind of bounce back my mental and physical health, and she's been working hard.
Is she mentioning getting back to music or
so
performing?
she's got an upcoming album.
I heard she put on a great show.
Yeah, so Love in Real Life is her next album that she's been working on. I don't know exactly when it's coming out.
Okay. All right, we'll get you updated again on what's trending in the world. We'll do that coming up on Johnny's House. Johnny's House 909. Nerese keeping us updated on what's trending. What you working on?
Yeah, one of the most viral 4th of July videos is circling back. I got to play it for you.
We're going to do it next on Johnny's House. Johnny's House 912. Keep you updated on what's happening in the world today. And Nerese going to give us what is trending now. So what's trending?
Yeah, so in recognition of 4th of July, we're going to bring back one of the most hilarious and most viral 4th of July audios. Here it is.
All right, here we go.
Bag up, Terry. Put it in reverse, Terry. Put it in reverse. Oh, Lord, Jesus. Oh, Lord. Oh, Jesus. What you doing, Terry?
Terry.
If you don't know, that's a viral video where a guy named Terry is in a wheelchair who lights up firecrackers and his chair stalls right before the firecrackers goes popping off. So what you heard is what followed.
I love that video where there's a whole family outside watching and there's a woman and a kid and it's like outside of a truck and it started out and it's like fireworks came from, they were running in the house.
Like a war.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's wild. Yeah, guys.
I've never seen that before.
Please be careful with the fireworks.
Yes.
They were just trying to escape.
Yeah, they were trying to go, hey, wait, but it lit up.
Yes.
All right.
And speaking of fireworks, there was a fireworks warehouse explosion in California, that was followed by huge. There was a massive explosion that and set off a wild scene of flames and a burst of smokes. The fire spread about 80 acres and triggered multiple smaller fires, wildfires, and it led to officials evacuating a 1-mile radius around the site. No one knows what caused it, but fortunately, no injuries have been reported.
I guess if you're working in a fireworks factory, you got to be very careful.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, no matter what you do.
Yeah, I mean, you might see the video because it's making headlines right now. I mean, that explosion is massive.
But I guarantee there's some guy that's been working there for years to go right outside and smoke.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Giant ash hanging right off the edge.
Ain't not gonna happen. All right.
If you ever watched Lizzie McGuire, then you are probably familiar with the cartoon that Lizzie's conscious or alter ego was in the show. Well, there's this 23-year-old Danielle Roy, who is a huge fan of the show and an animated creator. And she made her own animated mini-me, kind of like how the Lizzie McGuire little cartoon was.
Mhm.
And so in honor of the cartoon, she made one herself and it blew up on TikTok. The video was such a hit that it even got the attention of Hilary Duff, who plays Lizzie McGuire.
Mhm.
And in a full circle moment, they both pretty much did a FaceTime, kind of acknowledging each other's characters and kind of just exchanging like sweet conversations and stuff. So,
Aw.
but if you want to see it, it's on TikTok for Danny_Roy.
Okay. All right. All right. It is time. It is Wednesday. Haven't done it in a while. It is back. Adults talking to each other. Adult conversation is on the way on Johnny's House. Coming up next, y'all. '19, it is Johnny's House, and it's going to be raining today. 60% chance of that. Otherwise, it's going to be sunny. 88 is a high rate. What we're looking at right now?
79.
79. All right, we haven't done it in a while. It's time for adult conversation. That's when grown folks get together and talk about grown folks things on the radio. All right, and you know this is the radio, so be careful in what we talk about. We try to talk in code, but they figured it out long time ago. Now, there's something going on in America today that I do not understand. And when Ray said this, I thought she was straight up lying. So, Ray, what is the stat that you heard today?
I would never lie to you.
I understand.
The stat is that 24% of Americans say that they actually want a break from going to the movies.
And why?
Well, the top reasons to learn other forms of intimacy, to give the body and mind a chance to catch up, and because they want emotional closeness.
My views on that is that 24% of the Americans got the wrong partner. That's all I'm trying to say.
So
got
my
the wrong
question to
partner.
you-
Yes, absolutely.
You did take a break.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I took a break for a year.
Yeah.
I sure did.
And so people would think that that's wild.
No, I had to do that because I was a freak daddy and I need to calm it down.
Oh,
I had to prove to myself that I control my body doesn't control me.
So to give your body and mind a chance to
There you
catch
go.
up.
You did exactly what they said.
Yep. So you technically
did
were
exactly what they said.
a part of the 24%.
See? Look at that.
Now,
All that-
now that you got the right partner and you
Talking all
like
that-
going to the
All right,
movies.
let me.
Talking about that
Can I-
jibber jabber.
Can I get real for y'all for 1 second?
Yeah.
Here we go.
I'm gonna put my business on the radio.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Well, I find this to be, far-fetched at 24%. But because of the surgery I did a month ago, the doctor has not given me the green light.
Right.
So when I hear anything about going to the movies,
Oh,
I'm like,
right.
what the hell?
You're a
what
little
the
frustrated.
hell?
You're
Yes.
frustrated.
I'm not frustrated.
You
I
are
understand. I am
frustrated.
not
hear
frustrated,
you're
Brent.
getting
I am
loud.
not.
Yeah.
You are.
I am not.
This does frustrate a person who feels like they're not going enough.
Yes.
Because they're like, what the hell? That's like, that's when people that don't have any food look at you, go, oh,
Yeah.
I'm full at a buffet.
Yeah.
And I'm over here starving on the side of the road going, my belly hurt.
Yes.
That's what it is.
Even before then, I liked a very good movie. But to be able to have to tell myself I cannot at this particular moment, but I'm counting down the days because he put it on the calendar for me.
Oh, he did.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
That's
no.
nice.
Yay.
This isn't like specified for like people who are in relationships. or
Okay, so
single.
the crazy thing is that it says 47% of people taking a break is healthy for couples. And I'm like, oh,
Well, I can see that. Then
Why would
because now you're more into cuddling and different intimacy, holding hands and stuff that you normally didn't do.
I would think it's better for couples than singles if you think of it logically.
Yeah.
Because like Johnny's saying, it
Yeah.
lets you get back to where you're doing something other than, oh, we're just going to the movies again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now
Yeah.
you're holding. See, before you were doing enemy stuff so you can go to the movies.
Well, and a lot of times when you're a couple, for whatever reason, whether it be kids or
Mhm.
work or whatever,
Mhm.
the movies start to get scheduled.
Yeah, you have to.
So then it becomes a
And
task.
I heard it's nothing wrong with
No,
that.
there's
Okay.
not.
Yeah.
But I could see why you'd go, let's step back from that for a little bit and just
no.
do other stuff.
But
I can't see that.
But 24% is a big number.
It
Well,
is.
Ray, you're still in a semi-new relationship.
That's
It's
true.
been a couple of years now, and we both have kids. So I don't want the excuse
You don't even live
of any of
together,
that.
though.
Yeah,
So,
that's
like,
true.
I mean, you're dating.
But if she told me that I think it would be healthy for us to take a break, I'd be like, I think it's healthy.
Well, okay, I can see why you wouldn't say that because again, like Brian said, you don't live together. So when you are together, kind of like me, I don't live with my girl. So when we are together, we take full advantage of that
Right.
time because
That's true.
You have a
You know.
built-in break.
yeah. So
You don't live together.
if we don't live together and we want to take a break, then we're breaking up.
Right.
I don't do breaks.
Exactly where Ray was going.
Johnny does not do breaks.
I live with my wife, so every day she says no. I'm like, what the hell? I'm here, you here.
Only thing between is air opportunity.
That's it. I'm here, you here. You know what's up.
Nerese, what do you think about this?
Well, I was already taking a little bit of a break earlier this year and then broke that chain real quick.
Okay, listen, I'm not trying to clarify your business.
I mean,
There's
whatever.
a difference between taking a break and not dating someone.
Well, no, because you don't need to technically date anybody to,
Yeah, go to-
not
yeah,
take a
for
break.
sure.
As
Yeah.
I'm sure you know.
Yeah, of course. Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure.
No,
for
but
sure.
it's funny too because getting to this point now, we're not talking anymore. We're friends,
Mhm.
but it did put me in a mindset where I was like, all right, I got to find that peace again. That
Yeah.
peace that I had in my head where I was
Yeah.
just like putting all that extra energy back into myself and into my work. And
Yeah.
so it's, I'm not gonna lie.
No, but
disturbed
here's the
peace
thing,
just a
and I can
little
tell you,
bit.
when I went that year plus with doing that, after the first month and a half, after your body gets used to not, it's not.
Yeah.
You just at
Yeah.
that point, you just avoid stimuli.
But that's a long time.
If it's gonna make you put more effort into your work, I need you to take like a 2-year break.
No. Nah. That's just gonna drive me crazy. Listen, we could take a break,
Wow,
but also
wow.
like, no.
No, I get it.
I
All right.
gotta.
So we're gonna throw it out there to you. They say 24% of Americans say that they want a break from going to the movies.
Get
They
married, it'll happen on accident.
say you learn more different forms of intimacy, emotional closeness. Is this true? Are you one of the 24%? Will you admit it on the radio? And if I mean, that's a lot. That's a huge percent. That's
Yeah.
huge. 24% is huge. 407-919-1067, 877-919-1067, XL Mobile 41067, live stream social media. We want to hear from you, but the way it works is with Adult Conversation, we start off a conversation and then you join in. When you get to the point where you don't join in, this will go away. So it's time for you to call in and tell us about you. 24% of Americans say they want a break. They want a break from being intimate because they want to find other forms of intimacy. Do you agree or disagree, or is this you? 407-919-1067, 877-919-1067. Call us so we can keep this going on Johnny's House. All right, Pam just text me something. 9:36. It is Johnny's House Adult Conversation. Grown folks talking about grown folks things on the radio. 24% of people in America say they need to take a break from going to the movies. And we're talking code here. We want to find out if you agree or not. Taking a break from going to the movies. From Ocala, Haley, good morning.
Good morning.
And Haley, you got to take a break from going to the movies.
No, we actually went to the drive-in as with everyone.
Instead of watching movies at home, we loaded all the kids up and we went and watched Elio.
Oh,
God.
Oh, so you go to the movies with the kids?
Yeah, we always go to the movies with the kids. We
Yeah.
watch movies at home.
Right. So the kids. So when y'all go into the movies, the kids are watching the movie that y'all are going to.
Yeah, and it's
They
more.
love Terminator.
Yeah, they do, and it's fun when you do it in the car, right? When you watch movies in the car, it's fun.
Yes, we went to the Ocala Drive-In
Yep.
last weekend.
Switch it
Now,
all
when
up.
you and your husband go to the movies, the kids are right back there too.
That's not my husband. That's my fiance.
So they don't mind that that's not their daddy that you go into the movies with.
No, that's their dad.
Oh, that's their
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow, you guys are real open.
Really?
No,
I'm not participating in this.
Not like that.
You don't think that's gonna scar them a little bit?
The movies, they think they're a little bit too grown up.
Oh, so they know what's going
My
on.
stepson thinks he's a robot.
And how old is your stepson when he first saw his first movie?
A baby.
Yeah.
I met him
Oh,
when
so
he was
that's
born
all he
and a half.
knows. That's all he knows.
Yeah, all he knows is
time.
sci-fi.
Oh,
gotcha.
Okay.
All
Yeah,
right.
he's a little Terminator.
He's a little
Oh,
Terminator. Okay.
Stop it.
He's not the Terminator.
Haley, how long have
Okay.
you been listening to Johnny's house?
She goes, okay.
He's not the actual
Okay.
Terminator. Like he's not a time traveling cyborg.
He's
Or
a
a worker
bad
paid by Diddy.
necromorph. I don't even know what that means.
I got you. Well, Haley, we appreciate you listening to Johnny's House, and we love you.
I've been listening to Johnny's House since I was probably around 2019.
So you've been listening to this segment for all those years.
No, I didn't have the radio. I went to Spotify.
Oh, the podcast.
Okay,
yeah.
then let me clarify
No,
something.
I didn't even listen to
Haley,
the podcast.
Haley.
What the hell are you doing?
Haley.
Following you now because I got a radio.
Listen, Haley.
now you got
let me clear something up for you, and I appreciate you listening all these years. But this segment on Wednesday is this time we call Adult Conversation, and when we talk about going to a movie, we're talking about having.
I know what you're talking about.
You do know?
Yeah, but then you talk about with your kids and stuff, though.
Yeah, I got.
Okay, we're moving on. We're moving on. Evan. Oh Lord, Evan.
From bad to worse.
Oh Lord, did that come out on the radio? How you doing, Evan?
I'm doing good. How are you?
All right, 24% of Americans say they need a break from going to the movies. What do you think?
I say it depends on how old they are, because I was thinking maybe that could be like part of the issue about the 23%, because I know I'm still kind of young. I feel like I'm almost close to 40, and I go to movies all the time.
Yeah.
And drive-ins are one of them. Sometimes we just got to have a drive-in movie theater.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if you're in a long-term relationship, then you want to take a break and say, hey, let's just find other ways to, show how close we are and stuff instead of just hitting all the time.
I mean, yeah, because in a way, my girl and I, we kind of been together for 4 years.
Yeah.
And it's never been like, it's always.
I don't think it's though. I don't think it. I just think that some people are like, you know what?
We're in a funk. Let's go ahead and switch it up.
Yeah. Not that is bad.
No. Or maybe if you're single, you think your theater's been taking some abuse and you need to pull yourself out of the game a little bit. Freshen up the place. New coat of paint.
That's a good idea.
All right, have a great day, guys.
Bye. See you, Evan.
He's smoking weed.
Oh.
Yeah. From Deltona, Rebecca, good morning.
I don't know what's going on.
Morning.
Hey, so 24% of Americans said they need a break about movies. What do you think?
I'm not part of that 24%.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No, I'm part of like the scheduled percent.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And a lot of people, I read in one research, it's good to schedule because it gives you something to look forward to.
Yeah.
That and like he works a lot and we have 3 young kids and they're in sports and we're constantly crazy. So it's just like we go to the movies like every other day.
Okay.
Oh, well, dang.
So
yeah, Rebecca, how's that a schedule?
Yeah, for real.
Because it's just because like we know if he knows if we're doing it this day,
Okay,
we're going
so
to movies this day.
Okay, so what are you Monday,
We're
Wednesday,
not gonna go to the
Friday,
movies the next
or
day.
Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday? Which one?
It's just every other day.
Depends on the week,
But
right?
then you got to double up then, right?
Oh, you may.
Oh,
Oh, there's
oh.
only because I mean there's an odd number of days in the week. So if you were sticking to the every other day part, you wouldn't necessarily by week you would double up, but you'd still be every other day.
It sounds like it works.
You got kids listening too.
Yeah, like day on, day off, day on, day off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's just easier because then like I don't have to feel bad if I'm not.
Yeah.
If I don't want to go to the movies.
Hey, but you better
say
get right
no.
by tomorrow. I know that.
Yeah, but
Well, exactly. And if I don't want to do the movies tomorrow, but it's scheduled, like I'm just gonna.
There you
we're
go.
just gonna go to the movies
for the team.
Oh, look at you.
That's nice.
That's good. Good for you.
We're on 13 years together. I gotta do something.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hey, 13 years and y'all going every other day. That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
All right. Thank you, Rebecca.
No problem.
All right. Brian, anything on there you can read?
ExxonMobil, powered by Attorney Dan Newland. In a wreck, need to check. It's a no-brainer. Just call Attorney Dan Newland. Some said sometimes you're on a forced break, and that just happens.
Yeah.
And then someone said, tell me you don't understand what the movies is without telling me you don't understand what the movies is.
But then you say you understand
With
what the movies is.
With a real laugh, like like she really did know. I don't know.
Ray was trying to stop it.
I'm scared.
The last 5 minutes, I don't know.
Like Ray was already off the rail. Let's just find out where we're going with it. It's already off the track. All right, let's get out of here, y'all. It's 9:42. 9:46. That's good to hear, Brian. It's 9:46. Time for us to get up out of here and start something new today. This is an old school radio. They used to do it back in the day when there's so much stuff going on, you don't know what to do. Time for us to get out of here. Ray, what you got going on?
You know, you're a meditator, right?
Yes, I do.
I have
Absolutely.
never considered meditating so hard before today. Like, I want to go home and meditate my hardest.
Now, being a beginner is going to be hard because you have to train your mind to be still. And when you want to be still in your mind, it takes you out over here. We got to bring it back. Yeah, you got to bring it back.
Because the whole idea is to empty your mind, right? And not
and it's not an easy thing in the beginning. Yes,
no,
absolutely.
I'd be terrible at it.
Yeah, in the beginning, it's crazy. Like you're like, I'm going to empty my mind. Breathe in, breathe out. Did the kid eat today? No, don't think about that. Breathe in. Did I record that's
Oh God, yeah, I don't know.
You got to bring it in.
I don't know
And
if
then
I could.
after about 2 weeks, you can like, you feel something jumping into your brain. Like, okay,
Just punch the bad thoughts away.
My friends wanted me to do the sensory deprivation thing.
I heard about
because
that.
they said that's amazing for your mental health. But
you're in water, right?
Like very little bit, and
Yeah.
it's completely dark, completely quiet, and you're supposed to not think about anything.
Yeah.
That's my nightmare though, because
Yeah.
now I'm in a dark spot, trapped, thinking about everything.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's true. But anyways, I got a fun little social collab that we're
Yes, you
doing
do.
later on, and I have the kids, and that's pretty much it.
All right, and Big Grind.
Nothing, just a bunch of radio work to do, a little bit of rum work to do, and that's pretty much all I got going on today.
All right, I'm gonna hand this thing over to Ryan Seacrest. Y'all have a beautiful day, and we'll see you tomorrow.